So I'll solve some puzzles today as well. So here we are on day 3 in our solving puzzle session series. So here we are with our first puzzle. It looks like after we'll take the knight on g5, we'll be able to up a piece, because after taking the knight takes bishop, we'll be able to take this over with our rook. So it's queen takes g5, knight takes f5, rook takes f5, rook takes f5, and now we will be able to, now we pick up this rook, so we are up a bishop. Let's move on to the next one. This is a queen square. So this is a famous mating net, where uh, taking the queen is a blunder, because there is a checkmate following up, starting with bishop takes f7 check, king has only one square, king goes to e7. Now we will deliver check until that will be checkmate. So it's knight d5 check, and it's also checkmate. Let's move on to the next one. So it should be rook takes e6. No, let's try again. Okay, so it will be after we sacrifice the queen on c7, b7. We take the rook on c8. We check. Then bishop has to take first. Then we deliver check on e8, and it will be checkmate. So queen takes c8 with check. Bishop has to take. Bishop takes c8, and now rook e1 is a checkmate. Next one, rook h1. So it's a mating net. We are noticing that the bishop on b4 will be covering f8, and we have to move our king to g6. In that case, I think we are getting a bishop. So let's move on with king g6. Bishop has to give check. Now we will block the check with f5. Bishop has to take. Okay, so that's it. Let's move on to the next one. Queen comes to d3. Okay, so it should start with queen g4 check. King moves there, and now we deliver check the back rank with our rook. Rook c1 check, and in this variation we'll be able to win the rook. Rook takes h1. Next one. Okay, so now we take this knight with our queen. Queen takes d4. Queen takes, and now we'll take the queen with our knight. Knight takes d4. So we are up. We will be up. Knight takes c4, and we will take this knight with our bishop. Knight takes c4, and we, after end of the variation, we are up a piece. Next one. f6. I think that should be a rook sacrifice, so we promote our pawn, so we push the passed pawn. D2. F takes e7, and now we promote the pawn with check, so d8 is equal to queen. Let's move on to the next one. F takes e6, so it should be, because that pawn is pinned to the king, so we can take that pawn with our rook, so that rook will be, when that rook move, it will be a discovered check, so I think that should go with rook takes e6, queen takes, and now we take the queen. Next one. Okay, so there should be a mating net. Rook e, it start with rook 8 check. Okay, so bishop blocks, and now we first give discovered check, or should we take the bishop first? We should take the bishop first. Okay, no, it's a check first. Now we pick up the queen, and now we also pick up this rook. So after end of the variation, we are up a minor piece. So let's move on to the next one. Rook comes here, so it should be rook g8, pinning the king and queen. Now we deliver. Oh, now we take the queen with our queen. Rook blocks. Now we first take the rook. Now we first take this rook. Okay, now we simply defend that bishop on h3 with our queen c8. That's it. So let's move on to the last puzzle of the day. Bishop takes c bishop takes c1. So we are noticing that it's not forced capture, so we first capture this knight, and it also attacks the queen. C takes d2. Now we takes this queen, so we are noticing that we are up a minor piece in this after end of this variation. So that's it for today.